Hi everyone. In this video, I'll show you how I made these paper ornaments. If you'd like to have my design space file, check the link right under this video. It's in the description. It'll take you to my Facebook group, and that's where I share my files. So this is the pattern pre-cut. As you can see, it's one piece. Easy to do, just it involves a lot of folding, so you want to be prepared to do that. And I've cut a ribbon 12 inches. I believe I cut 12.5. And I used a thick enough ribbon so that my knot won't pass through the little holes. And speaking of those, if you decide to use it as a gift box and you don't need these little holes, just detach the file, delete the little holes, select all, and reattach the file. These are my 2 trial cuts. This was the first one that I did as I was creating the file in Design Space. This is not an original project. I saw it at least 100 times on Pinterest and thought it would be really cute to have a Design Space file for it. I didn't even glue the top of this one. This is the second one I cut after I made some changes to the file. I like the fit. I think it worked out really well. I did use really heavy cardstock for this one, and I cracked the edges, some of the edges when I was folding it. So I just took my marker and inked the edges so wouldn't show all the cracks. And I didn't bother taking the holes out of this one, the ribbon hole. So the file actually worked out really good. In the Design Space file, I also added small squares that you can use if you want to add decoration to it. I wouldn't do every square, but maybe every second one where you have the indentations, maybe that one. And if you're going to add again, I'd do the flat one around the top and then the flat one around the bottom. That would be cute. If you're using solid paper and you want to add something Christmassy to it, that would also look really cute. So we'll put this one together. It's just a lot of folding. I'm going to start by folding my long score line. I hope this cardstock won't be too heavy. You don't want to use anything as thin as paper, of course, because it won't hold up. But if your cardstock is too heavy like this one, it will probably crack when you fold all the score lines. So maybe an 80-pound cardstock would work really well. It's not difficult to do it all. I'm folding my long score lines. There's 2. And then I'll fold the sideways score lines. You have the 1/2 inch on the end. You have that one. And then every 1.5 inches you have a score line. There really wasn't anything to change on the Design Space file. That's why I didn't bother showing it at the beginning of the video. The only thing you might want to do is remove the little ribbon holes if you're going to use it as a gift box. You might want to remove those. So this is quite simple. The only part that takes a little patience and is a little tedious is the triangle folds that make this indentation. I'll show you those. There, that takes a little fiddling, but you can do it. It's not a problem. I thought this was so cute when it came up on Pinterest in my email. I thought it was so sweet, so I had to do it. We'll just fold these tabs down. These are the tabs that close the bottom or the top when you put it together. Fold the top ones. Those are fine. And now we'll move on to the triangles. So if you put it top up, you have a triangle on the first, on the left, first, third, fifth, and seventh would be your triangles. So you need to fold those towards your good side. So we're going to fold like this, push it out, and then fold again and push it out. So you can see that triangle shape. I hope you can see it in the video. It's a little hard to show you, but it's there. And we do the same on the third square. You have two triangles. You want to make sure they're well scored. And then the fifth. You can see how they're indenting. I doubled up the score lines on the file so that you'll get a good score. So they'll be easier to fold. Because if it's just a light score, it can be a little more difficult to fold. And on an angle like this, it would be especially difficult. So I doubled up those score lines. Okay, so that's first, third, fifth, and seventh. Then we'll flip it over, and from the right you have first, third, fifth, and seventh again. There we go. Get it started. I had to double check when I flipped it over to make sure I was scoring the right lines. It's not a difficult orb to make. It's actually quite simple. And Design Space does most of the work for you because it does the cutting and scoring, which is terrific. And the last one. There we go. That's all of them, I believe. Yes. Okay, so you can see that the triangles go in opposite directions. That's why you have, that's how you get this indent on the top and the bottom. Okay, so now to put it together, we have our 1/2 inch. That's where we're going to put our adhesive. We're just going to lay it down flat like this. Is the easiest way. Make sure these score lines on the edge here are well done, because once they're glued down, they're going to be a little more difficult. Make sure my glue is working. You want to make sure that you put enough to hold it together. And we're just going to bring it over. Make sure it meets up with the score line. Press it down well. That looks good. I'm just going to fold these now so I can stand it up. And I'll do the bottom first. And we're just going to push in where these triangles are. Did I push that one too far? Yes. Okay. And you can see how the shape will come together. We have to glue them, of course. So we're going to take opposite sides. Start by putting glue on this one. And place it. You want to bring it right up to the score line on the opposite side so that it stays even. Maybe get your fingers in there if you can. And press it well. Okay, then we'll bring in one of the sides. And bring that right over to the edge. Hold it for a couple of seconds. And some more glue. And close it. I hope that you can see the shape. It's very cute. Okay, that should be our bottom done. You can use this also if you don't want to use it as an ornament. You can use it as a gift box. I think it's really cute for a little gift box for maybe for jewelry or something. Or maybe a gift card would fit in it. I wonder. Let's see. It would be close, but you could put a gift card in it. It would fit. Make sure these are sticking. That looks good. And then the top would go like this. So you would glue it, if you're using it as a gift box, you would glue it in the same way that you glue the bottom. But if you're putting a ribbon through, you would do it a little different. So I'm just going to fold the end of my ribbon. And I'll just push it through. So I have something to grab on the other side. Pull it through to the knot. And then we'll push it down. And we'll repeat on the next one. Push it through. Didn't push through enough. There we go. And pull it through. And it'll straighten out as you add the next two sides. So we'll just repeat that on this side. There we go. That's the third side. It's starting to even out. And the final side. It's actually quite easy, and I think it's really pretty. I think it's fun. You could also put treats in it if you have children around for the holidays. You could put treats in it, maybe put their name on it, either with a tag or right on the bauble, and maybe they can collect their little ornament and open it up and see what treats are in it. That would be fun for them also. Okay, I'm not getting that one through. I need to fold it again. And do a better job of pushing it through. There we go. And push it through. And you can see once you've got it all pulled through, it straightens out on the top. So if you want to, at this point, you could even add a little adhesive if you want to make sure that it doesn't come open. Just add a little adhesive under the top there and hold it down. There we go. And you have your gorgeous ornament. Isn't that fun? This needs to dry a little more. Really cute. I love these. I think they're really terrific. So I hope you're going to make some. Please post pictures in the group if you do. And if you're not in my Facebook group and you'd like to join, you'll find a link to the group in the description right under this video. And we'd love to see you there. Thank you for watching. Please take a second to like this video and subscribe to my YouTube channel.